favorite?
I
Or is
have
it all,
no
how much of
idea.
There we go. This is a audio check. All right, this is another audio check. We're checking levels before our big show today. Hopefully everything on your side's sounding as good as it is here.
and for Eve. Please remain standing as the colors are dismissed. Taking care of our military families at Fort Wainwright and Fort Greeley. North Haven's VIP family is out and they'll be ready to throw the first ceremonial first pitch. It includes Mr. Service Member Technical Sergeant Nathan Omapis, assisted with his wife Roseanne Omapis, and throwing out the first pitch is his son Nathan Omapis II. They are accompanied by their children Verniva, Vernon, Bonjoy, True Love, and Bellamina.
Welcome everyone to the 2022 season of Goldpanners baseball. We are live at Ground Memorial Park here in Fairbanks, Alaska. And Garo Von Dane here live. It is fantastic to be back here in Fairbanks. Another Goldpanners season ready to go. It is a beautiful sunny evening here in the Golden Heart of Alaska. And the Goldpanners are welcoming the Peninsula Oilers from Kenai, Alaska, former Alaska League foes. And the Goldpanners playing as an independent team the last bunch of years. The Oilers remain in the 5-team Alaska Baseball League. But great to see the Oilers back in town. It's been a while. Been about 5-6 years since the Oilers were in town. And we welcome them back, and the Goldpanners are ready to go here in 2022. Hope you are too. It is the season opener here on PannerVision, where you can follow the Goldpanners all season long, home and on the road. The Panners will take the field in their home reds, and the Oilers will bat first in their black tops with the red lettering. And on the mound for the Goldpanners, a familiar face to those of you who joined us last season on PannerVision. Ian Torpy is back for his second tour in Fairbanks. Torpy, one of 4 Goldpanners who will be back from last season's team. It's always great to see returning players. It's growing more and more rare in summer baseball, but great to have some guys back from last year's very good team. And also back this year is Coach Mark Lindsay. He was the pitching coach a year ago. He took over head coaching duties shortly after last season ended, and he has had a busy offseason recruiting and also coaching at Chico State. And now ready to go as the skipper for this Goldpanners team. Ian Torpy on the mound. Catching for Ian will be Rafael Flores. At first base, it's Cole Alexander, Caleb Milligan at second base, Marty Munoz, the shortstop, Griffin Harrison will be at third. In the outfield, left to right, Caden Clark. Dom Hughes back again this year. He's in center field, and Sean Rimmer will be in right for your Goldpanners. Goldpanners and Oilers ready to go on just a beautiful night here in Fairbanks, as it almost always is. There's no better place to be in the summertime than right here in Fairbanks, Alaska, about 153 miles south of the Arctic Circle. We haven't seen rain in a long time, and we're not going to see it today, as you can tell. Beautiful, clear, sunny skies, temperatures in the 70s. And the baseball season finally set to go here in Alaska. This is the opener for the Oilers as well, and this will be a 3-game series. All 6:30 p.m. starts, and then a day off on Friday. The Goldpanners will host the Fairbanks Adult All-Stars on Saturday, and then we'll welcome the Ventura County Pirates from California. Interesting schedule, and obviously the big one, June 21st, the Midnight Sun Game, 117th annual Midnight Sun Game, which starts at 10 p.m. Goldpanners will host the San Diego Waves. in the entire Midnight Sun series, but the game itself on June 21st at 10 p.m., and you don't want to miss that one. Ground Memorial Park, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Torpy's on the mound, and he will start against Cole Jordan for the Oilers. Jordan, the third baseman, will lead things off. And on June 7th, 6:32 p.m. local time, we have our first pitch of the 22 season. And it's outside for a ball, 1-0. Veteran umpire Bob Homolka behind the plate. It calls a strike, and it's 1-1. Bob Homolka has worked games in the major leagues and the College World Series. A long storied career for the NBC Hall of Famer. This one's chopped off the hands, and it'll be a foul ball right side. Just underway here in Fairbanks, Ground Memorial Park. Turf in the infield. Natural grass in the outfield. Panners in the dugout to our left, Oilers to our right. And Ian Torpy's 1-2 pitch to Jordan is called strike 3. And Jordan, a strikeout victim. To start this ball game, he goes down looking, brings up Shun Sakaino. Let's go through the rest of the Oilers' batting order. Sakaino, the second baseman, batting now. It'll be Graydon West, the first baseman, batting third. Right fielder Jake Brown in the cleanup spot. Center fielder Casey Burnham will bat fifth. In the 6 hole, it's Noah Hennings, the designated hitter. Batting seventh will be Willie Schwarnick, the catcher. In the 8 spot, it's Chase Catafias, the left fielder, and then Trey Becker, the shortstop, will bat ninth. 1 out, bases empty. And Shun Sakaino, the batter, left-handed hitter against the righty Torpy. Ian Torpy, the 5'11 right-hander from northern Colorado. Had a great season with the Panners last year. ERA leader on the pitching staff. And really just got stronger as the season went on. And we're excited to see him again this summer. Went for an ERA of 2.43 a year ago, 3-0 record. He falls behind Sakaino 3-1. This one is fouled back and out of play. Good crowd still filtering in here on a sunny night in Fairbanks. Summer is upon us. There is a strong breeze blowing straight in, and it's steady. Strike 3 called, so Torpy comes back from a 3-1 count to strike out Sakaino, and back-to-back Ks got them both looking to start this ball game. Kenai, Alaska, where the Peninsula Oilers are from, is a long trip from Fairbanks. By car, you're looking at about 10 hours. Bus, a couple more than that. Well, this will easily be the farthest trip the Oilers make this season. This one's fouled back to the netting by Graydon West.
All brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
West, the freshman from Rice University in Texas. Torpy's 1-1 misses for ball 2. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the first inning here at Groudon. And it's grounded softly towards second base. It'll be fielded by the first baseman who throws on to Torpy, who scoops it up out of the ground in a 1-2-3 first inning for Ian Torpy and the Goldpanners. Panners coming to bat, no score, bottom of the first, straight ahead. Sliding play, steps on the bag, spins and throws to first and in time. Caden Hogan.
What a treat it was for people back home because to watch these games. Runner takes off, the shortstop had to go cover the bag, and Glass.
Garrow Von Dane back here at Groud Memorial Park in beautiful Fairbanks, Alaska. Great to have you with us on PannerVision and on YouTube. PannerVision. Boy, this is season number, it's the 21 years since PannerVision was born. Here's a ground ball from Dom Hughes, the short, and it'll be thrown on to first, and Hughes is out number one. Play goes 6-3. To retire the second-year Goldpanner from Kansas State, Dominic Hughes, and that'll bring up Brock Rudy, the designated hitter. Yeah, PannerVision live Goldpanners broadcasts on the web began in 2001. And here we are in 2022. Call your friends, call the family, get them on YouTube. Join this season opener for the Goldpanners and Peninsula Oilers. On the mound for the Oilers, Connor Kershaw, the right-hander from Loyola Marymount, a sophomore. And a strike called on Brock Rudy. So we'll slowly get you introduced to this new Goldpanner squad for 2022. Rudy, the redshirt sophomore from the University of Utah. He's from Salt Lake City. In all my time doing Goldpanner games, this is the first time someone from my alma mater is on the team. Brock Rudy, the Ute, takes a strike. It's 2-2. A few months ago, there were multiple Utes scheduled to be on the Goldpanners, but for one reason or another, only one remains. And Rudy strikes out for the second out. Quickly 2 away against Connor Kershaw, and that'll bring up Rafael Flores. Goldpanner catcher, sophomore from Rio Hondo Junior College. He's from Anaheim, California, 6'4", 217 tall. Catcher, last year Goldpanners had a 6'7" catcher, Alton Geiselman. Mentioned Mark Lindsay, head coach of the Goldpanners this year. He was the pitching coach a year ago. He's brought some assistants with him. Ryan Hansen, he's over at third base. Jake Taylor, and also Marcus Mastroboni. And it's ball four, 4-pitch walk to Flores. So the first base runner for the Goldpanners on a 2-out walk to Flores brings up Sean Rimmer in the cleanup spot. Rimmer, the sophomore from Hawaii, out of Mesa, Arizona. Another tall Goldpanner at 6'4", 220. He's got that green Rainbow Warriors helmet. Goldpanners had a very good pitcher from Hawaii a year ago in Buddy Pindell. And assistant coach Dave Nakama at Hawaii is a former Goldpanner head coach. He was the head man in 2016 here in Fairbanks. And it's 2-0 on Rimmer. 6 straight balls from Connor Kershaw. There's a strike. It's 2-1. After Rimmer would be Cole Alexander, Griffin Harrison in the 6th spot. Caleb Milliken will bat 7th. Marty Munoz 8th, and Caden Clark batting 9th. No score, bottom of the 1st. Swinging a foul tip, 2-2. Rimmer wears number 22. The Goldpanners were in the red caps this year. Had the blue ones last season, with the star and 49 logo. And that one is going to go to the backstop. And heading to second base without a throw is Flores on the wild pitch. The logo on the Goldpanners caps the star and 49. Signifies Alaska as the 49th state. And that's been on the cap since the Goldpanners' inception in 1960. Groud Memorial Park opened in 1961. Ball 4? No, and a late strike 3 called from Bob Homolka. He rings up Rimmer for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. We've played 1 inning from Groudon. No score, Goldpanners and Oilers.
Let's go pokes her through the empty spot, and now the runner's going to be waved around third as Gross dives in to score. The 1-ball pitch from Parker. Oh, and Pierce lets it rip onto 2nd Avenue. A moonshot home run for Ryan Pierce, his 6th of the year. What a summer for the big number 18, Ryan Pierce. Hunter takes off from first. Here's the throw to second. Hogan's got it, gets the tag down in time. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout blank Cato.
Hughes at first base with a big lead, and there he goes. Throw to second, and Dom just slides in safely. Good throw from Cross, but Hughes with the big lead and the good jump.
Line shot to center field. Hughes comes in. Now he goes back and reaches up and makes the catch, and he falls onto his back during the play. Jackson now with the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Runner at third base and 1 out. Marshall's trying to tie the game with the infield pulled in. Here's the 2-1, and he bunts it sharply back to Pierce, who's going to look the runner back. Pierce will hold on to the baseball. Now he throws to Marco Pinicello, who makes the tag. They throw to Brown, and they say safe at second. Slow roller.
Garrow Von Dane back here in Fairbanks. Season opener of 2022. Man, it's good to be back. What a place to be, Fairbanks, Alaska. The fans are happy to be back here in the building. And the Goldpanners happy to get on the field. Ian Torpy out for his 2nd inning of work here to start this ball game tonight. Second-year Goldpanner starts with 2 strikes on cleanup hitter Jake Brown. Torpy 1-2-3 in the first, couple of strikeouts and a ground out to first. Check swing he held up. It's 1-2. Talked about the growth of Ian Torpy last summer. Not that he started off poorly. He just really became dominant by the end of the summer. There was not another pitcher you wanted to see out there. I mean, it was Torpy and the aforementioned Buddy Pindell as he strikes out Jake Brown to open up the 2nd inning.
Now for that, for the Oilers, number 4, Casey.
That was one of the shames of the season coming to an end at the West Coast World Series. In the single elimination round was Torpy was just so good. Panners went to the West Coast World Series to conclude this season a year ago. This year they will head to Salt Lake City for the Utah Marshals tournament. Should be a lot of fun. Salt Lake, a great town. And the Marshals, an excellent program. 2 balls and no strikes on Burnham. Fouled off the netting. After Burnham will be Noah Hennings. First of 3 games with the Oilers, all 6:30 p.m. local starts. This one is fouled out of play. It's usually not a big home run park here. And tonight with the wind blowing hard straight in from center field. Not sure if we'll see too many. Plus summer baseball switching to the wood bats. Usually takes a minute for hitters to get adjusted. And the pitchers have the advantage in the early going. And Ian Torpy needs no advantage otherwise, but he has struck out 4 of the first 5 batters he's faced. Takes care of Burnham, and now that'll bring up Noah Hennings. And then head coach Mark Lindsay knew right away who he wanted back this year. Obviously, not everyone's able to come back. But Ian Torpy was first on his list. Garrett Cooper is back from a season ago. Garrett, one of the top hitters on the team last year, did most of his work from the mound this year at Fresno Pacific, so he's expected to be an arm for the Goldpanners this summer and not hit very much. This one's a high chop over the mound, long run for the shortstop, and the throw across is not in time. Munoz had to rush it and threw it into the turf. No chance for Alexander to pick that one. And so safe at first base on the infield hit is Noah Hennings. First base runner for the Oilers comes with 2 outs here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Willie Schwarrick from Siena College. Sophomore for the Peninsula Oilers. Curveball in for a strike. The Oilers, mentioned earlier, they play in the 5-team Alaska Baseball League along with the 2 teams in Anchorage, the Glacier Pilots and the Bucks. There are also the Matsu Miners who play in Palmer, Alaska, which is about 45 minutes from Anchorage, and then the Chugiak Chinooks, which is basically a suburb of Anchorage. So 4 of the 5 teams are in the Anchorage area. The Oilers, a 3.5-hour drive south of Anchorage along the Kenai Peninsula. In the Alaska League, that's really the only road trip. It's the only overnighter is when you go to Kenai. Whereas when the Goldpanners were in the league, it was always a road trip for Fairbanks. Because it's a 6-hour trip to Anchorage from Fairbanks. High fly ball into right. Underneath it is Rimmer to make the catch. No runs on a hit. We played 1.5 from Groudon. No score, Goldpanners and Oilers.
Goldpanners hosting the Everett Merchants here tonight. First pitch slated for 10 p.m. sharp, and we will play right through the hour of midnight. Under the natural glow of the midnight sun.
And everything we were able to do in those summers. As this one is popped, and a diving catch and right by Glasgow.
And, and I think just Alaska in general, you can't fake it up here. I mean, it's really not for the faint of heart.
He did a somersault. And win or lose, everybody just brings a great memory away from the Midnight Sun game. That '83 team
that I mentioned that had 14 major leaguers. Some of those names: Barry Bonds, Dennis Cook, longtime big league pitcher, Joe McGrain. The outfield, all major leaguers: Shane Mack, Oda B. McDowell, Mark Davis. Barry Bonds played first base. This one's fouled back.
Goldpanners and Oilers, two old Alaska Baseball League foes, meeting up here tonight to open up the 2022 season. Goldpanners will take their second turn at bat in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the second inning. Cole Alexander, Panner first baseman, followed by Griffin Harrison and Caleb Milliken. This one is grounded to second, running to his right, throwing across, and safe as the first baseman West had his foot pulled off the bag. And that means Alexander is safe at first base, so that'll bring up Griffin Harrison and then Caleb Milliken. And the leadoff runner aboard for the Goldpanners here in the second inning.
Griffin Harrison.
And that'll go as a base hit as Harrison will now bat. First hit for the Goldpanners. Panners were born in 1960, and eventually they were flying teams up here to play, and at some point decided, hey, we need some teams up here to play, other than the military squads that they had scheduled against as well. So the Anchorage Glacier Pilots were eventually born, and so was a long-time rivalry between Fairbanks and Anchorage. And eventually in '74, the Oilers were founded. They were the third team up here after the Goldpanners and Glacier Pilots. And the Oilers play at Coral Seymour Memorial Park in Kenai, Alaska. Salmon fishing heaven. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 on Griffin Harrison, the freshman from Sacramento State and Vacaville, California. Kenai, a beautiful area along the coast. And if you are an avid fisherman, there is probably no place better in the world to play baseball. If you like dip netting for salmon, or just angling off the river, that's the place. High pop fly, and underneath it, calling for it, is Sakino, and he will make the catch. So Harrison's 3-2 pitch is popped up for out number one, and that will bring up Caleb Milliken, Goldpanners' second baseman.
Now at the bat for the Goldpanners, number 9, Caleb Milliken.
Junior from Pomona Pitzer out of Berkeley, California. Runner at first base. That curveball is grounded to second. Flip to the bag for one, on to first, not in time. And the play goes 4-6 on the putout of Alexander, but the inning continues with Milliken reaching on a fielder's choice, and that will bring up Marty Munoz, Goldpanners shortstop. A sophomore from Cal Baptist who we've heard some really good things about. Just 5'8", 155. A ton of good shortstops have played on this turf here at Groudon. Including Dave Fletcher in more recent years. Brendan Ryan, who played on that last national championship Goldpanner team in 2002. It's the 20-year anniversary of that team. What a team that was. Went down to Wichita, Kansas, won the national championship at the NBC World Series. Runner takes off, got a huge jump, but it's fouled out of play by Munoz, so Milliken will have to return. Goldpanners faced off against arch rivals, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, in the championship game in Wichita and defeated them 8-3. That was under head coach Ed Sheff, the now late head coach who we lost this past winter. Ed Sheff passing away. 16 national championships at NAIA Lewis Clark State.
That foul ball brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
And one of the all-time great characters and head coaches in the world of baseball. The 1-2 to Munoz. It's lifted high down the left field line, slicing away. It's going to go foul and out of reach. And so the inning stays alive. No score, bottom 2. Milliken at first base, Munoz the batter. And another 1-2. Down and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We won't expect either starting pitcher to go long in their first action in a bit of time, as the collegiate seasons for most of these guys wound up a few weeks ago. Off the fist, it's grounded towards short. Up and throwing and getting. There's Trey Becker. Going to take care of Munoz. Play goes 6-3. Goldpanners no runs on 1 base hit and 1 left on. We've played 2 scoreless here at Groudon.
Just beneath us.
The WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game has taken on a significance greater than that of any other team tradition in sports. There is certainly no other team in baseball that hosts a tradition as old. The famed World Series itself is but 3 years older than the annual Solstice Classic in Fairbanks. For Fairbanksans, the game is a way to reflect on the passing of another year and the survival of another exciting and extreme winter.
Head of the 3rd inning here at Groudon. Garrow Von Dame with you live. Chris Carlson on the controls here on PannerVision to my right. And great to have you with us. Join the YouTube chat. Get involved and get to know all the other viewers. And we hope you can tune in all summer long. We will take PannerVision on the road. We've got some really cool road trips coming up. Panners will be playing in the Grand Forks International Tournament down in British Columbia. That is just a really cool tournament. Tiny little town of Grand Forks, BC. And everybody comes out for that annual baseball tournament. That'll be a lot of fun. We will also be in Seattle for a tournament there, hosted by the Seattle Studs. And we'll be in Salt Lake City in early August. 3 balls and no strikes as Torpy starts. And there's a strike to Chase Catafias in the 8 spot. He'll be followed by Trey Becker, the shortstop, and then the top of the order, Cole Jordan. fouled out of play 3 and 2.
By Hometown Physical Therapy. Also, for those that are catching foul balls, any foul ball returned is good for a $1 credit.
Catafias, the freshman from Belmont University. Did I hear that right? And he strikes out Catafias. Another K for Torpy. Are the kids getting rewarded for bringing baseballs this year? That's a first.
Oilers, number 10, Trey Becker.
And the kids who catch the foul balls take them back for a little gift of some sort. Boy, Ian Torpy with 5 strikeouts in the first 8 batters he's faced. And now faces the 9 spot Trey Becker, Oilers shortstop. The Oilers are coached by Anthony Mizrahi, assisted by Kevin Clancy, Larry McCann, and Jonah White. And there's a fair ball just inside the first base line from Becker. It's going to roll all the way into the bullpen down in right field. Scooping it up is Rimmer. He's going to throw it in, and it will be cut off, and an easy 3-bagger for Trey Becker with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. He just ripped that the other way, just inside the first base bag. And the Oilers in business here with 1 away in the 3rd inning, and they go to the top of the order for Cole Jordan. Jordan struck out looking in the 1st inning. Now he gets his second crack at Torpy as Torpy begins his 2nd trip through the batting order. Scoreless game, top of the 3rd inning. No runs on 2 hits so far for the Oilers. No runs, 1 hit for the Goldpanners. That one way inside. And it's 1-1 to Cole Jordan. Sophomore from Utah Valley University. And the 2-1 pitch from Ian Torpy, the San Jose, California native, and that one's popped out of play. We'll get over the beer garden up the right field side.
By the Gold Daughters. Come for the gold, stay for the flame.
Here it is, opening day. And we are just 2 weeks away from the Midnight Sun game. Grounded towards 3rd, and this will score a run. And throw it to first is high, but able to catch it and get down on the bag is the tall first baseman Cole Alexander. But in to score is Trey Becker, and the Oilers take a 1-0 lead. RBI 5-3 ground out for Cole Jordan, and it's 1-0 Oilers with 2 away here in the 3rd. So the 1-out triple by Trey Becker pays off for Kenai. And then Sakino starts with 2 balls and no strikes against Torpy. Oilers under second-year general manager A.J. Lamonda. Who, if I'm not mistaken, had a cup of coffee, as they say, with the Goldpanners a long, long time ago. And it's ball 4 to Sakino. Inning continues for the Oilers.
Now for the Oilers, number 27.
And brings up Graydon West. It is the first walk issued by Ian Torpy. Goldpanners are head by general manager John Lorkey. John Lorkey, Bay Area native, but long-time Fairbanks resident. This one's fouled back to the wall. Lorkey was general manager of these Oilers many years ago, and also of the North Pole Knicks, long since gone franchise. And was pretty much out of baseball for many years, and then worked his way back and became the GM of the Goldpanners. Runner goes, throw to second base. Oh, is in time and out at second base is Sakino. Gunned down by Rafael Flores. That's it for the Oilers, but they score one on one base hit, none left on. It's 1-0 Oilers after 2.5.
You are blocking is trying to leave, and they would like for you to move your truck. Again, you own a white F-150.
Cover the bag, and Glasgow pokes it through the empty spot, and now the runner's going to be waved around third as Gross dives in to score. The one-ball pitch from Parker. Oh, and Pierce lets it rip onto Second Avenue. A moonshot home run for Ryan Pierce, his 6th of the year. What a summer for the big number 18, Ryan Pierce. Runner takes off from first. Here's the throw to second. Hogan's got it, gets the tag down in time. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout blank Cato.
Hughes at first base with a big lead, and there he goes. Throw to second, and Dom just slides in safely. Good throw from Cross, but
Now to bat for your Goldpanners, number 33, Caden Clark.
You're good. Goldpanners come to bat here, trailing now 1-0. The Oilers pick one up in the top of the third. One out triple from Trey Becker. He was brought in on an RBI ground out from Cole Jordan. Goldpanner head coach Mark Lindsay coaching in the third base box today. Over first is Jake Taylor. New Goldpanner staff, but returning is Mark Lindsay, now the head coach after he was a pitching coach a year ago. Loved it last summer, wanted to come back and wanted to do so as the skipper. And general manager John Lorkey was happy about that. Mark Lindsay, a good baseball mind. He lives and breathes a sport. And got to work on recruiting immediately. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside for ball 3. On Caden Clark. Goldpanners' number 9 hitter tonight, the left fielder, his first Goldpanner at bat. He thought he had ball 4. Home plate umpire Bob Homolka says otherwise, and he's called out on strikes. And one away in the Panner half of the third brings up the top of the order and Dominic Hughes. One out and the base is empty. Dom Hughes from Kansas State University. A sophomore. He's listed as Boston, Massachusetts, but Dom's kind of lived in a bunch of different areas. son of a baseball coach. And that one hits him on the foot. A one-strike pitch. And Dom Hughes is on base. And one thing we learned about Dom Hughes a year ago is he likes to run when he gets on the base paths. So we'll keep an eye out for what number 8 elects to do here. Hughes, last season, with 22 stolen bases. And that'll bring up Brock Rudy, the designated hitter who struck out in his first plate appearance. It's a different start to the season. The last few years, the Panners have. The runner takes off, huge jump, and Hughes gets in easily. He was halfway to second before Kershaw and even went into his delivery. First stolen base of the summer for Dom Hughes. He stole home a couple of times a year ago. One out now. The Goldpanners have a runner in scoring position. And Brock Rudy, the batter, with a 1-2 count. Runner takes off, and it's lifted high to left center field. Long run for Burnham, and he's back in front of the warning track. Will make the catch. Hughes with a long run back to second base. That is out number 2. The wind is going to keep everything inside the ballpark tonight. That'll bring up Rafael Flores.
Now to bat for your Goldpanners, number 29, Rafael Flores.
Dimensions here at Groudon. Down the left field line, it's 315. And then as you move towards center field, in the gap, it's 400. And then in center field, it's 415 at the flag, at the Alaska flag on the batter's eye. .350 in the right field gap and .330 down the right field line. Fastball up and in. Here's the 2-0. Grounded through the right side for a base hit by Flores. Here comes Hughes around third, and he will score. And we're tied at 1 here in the third inning. And Rafael Flores drives in the first Goldpanner run of the season. A single into right field. And Flores has been on base twice in the ball game. The sophomore out of Anaheim, California. Hughes comes in to score the first Goldpanner run. A 1-1 ball game here in the third for Sean Rimmer. That speed that Hughes has on the base paths is so dangerous. This one is ripped to left. It's going deep, and it's back. And Sean Rimmer homers over the left field fence. A 2-run shot, and it's 3-1 Goldpanners. Sean Rimmer. Helmet taps all around at home plate. And forget about the wind. Rimmer slices one right through that breeze. And that's what you love to see out of your cleanup hitter, don't you? A home run in the season opener. Good start for Rimmer.
Alexander.
A 2-out, 2-run jack over the left field fence. Here's a high chop from Alexander. Throw to first is in time from the pitcher Kershaw to take care of Alexander. But the Goldpanners scored 3 runs. RBI single for Flores, 2-run home run for Rimmer, and it's 3-1 Fairbanks in front after 3. Head to the 4th inning here from Groudon Park, Fairbanks, Alaska. Garrow Von Dane with you live. So good to have you with us here on PannerVision as the 2022 season is finally underway. And Goldpanners take a 3-1 lead. Oilers got one in the top of the 3rd. Goldpanners answer back with 3 of their own in the bottom half of the inning. 2-run shot from Sean Rimmer over the left field fence shortly after I talked about how probably wouldn't be many home runs today because of that stiff breeze blowing in from center field, but Rimmer was unbothered. 3-1 home team. And the 2-0 pitch. And this is for a ball. It's 3-0 from Ian Torpy. 4th inning of work for Ian out of northern Colorado. Struck out 4 of the first 5 batters he faced. He has 5 strikeouts through 3, but he walks the leadoff spot, Graydon West, on 4 pitches here in the 4th.
Now for the Oilers, number 23, Jake Brown.
Brings up Jake Brown, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Good crowd here tonight, and plenty of time for you to get down here if you're in the Fairbanks area. A 3-game series with the Oilers starting tonight. It's their first visit here since 2016. They were the Midnight Sun Series opponent that year. This will be the only team in the Alaska Baseball League the Goldpanners face this year. I was talking last inning about how it's a different start to the season. Goldpanners usually start, well, at least in recent years, started in the Seattle area or even down in Kenai. And he comes all the way back to strike out Jake Brown. 2nd K against Brown. Gets him looking. One away here in the 4th inning with a runner at first base brings up Casey Burnham. So usually by this time we've already got a few games under our belts, but June 7th opening day this year for Fairbanks. Those first few games always have struggled too, just in terms of numbers.
Gold Diggers visiting the Gold Daughters out in Fox.
Panners usually been playing with 14 or 15 guys in uniform in that first series. Runner takes off, got a big jump throw to second, goes into center field way off the mark, and heading to third base is West, and probably should have just swallowed that baseball. Catcher Flores didn't have a chance at the runner. And the throw into right field allows West to go to third base. So the wild pitch, E2, will put West just 90 feet away from an Oilers run with one out. Burnham struck out his first time up, but he's in front here, 3 balls and a strike. Activity in the Oilers bullpen. And it's ball 4, second walk of the inning, and 2 Oilers aboard. There's also activity in the Goldpanners bullpen.
Now to bat for the
As a
Oilers,
right-hander gets loose.
24, Noah Hennings.
Noah Hennings, the DH. Infield hit his first time up. A couple of walks and a strikeout in the inning so far for Torpy, and Oilers at the corners with one away. 3-1 Goldpanner lead, and there's a strike. Good pitch from Torpy, gets a swing and just a tip into the glove of catcher Flores. And he's in front of Hennings, 0-2. Hennings from CSU Pueblo. Throw to second base, runner takes off. Now they come home, and the tag is there and in time, so the Goldpanners able to foil the Oilers' plan as West is tagged out and didn't even try to slide. As the play goes 2-6-2 on the putout of West. Burnham in at second base, but now 2 away. And this one's a little bloop down the first base line, and it's misjudged by Alexander, but it's a foul ball. One and 2 on Hennings. Grounded to second. Milliken swallows it up, throws on to first, and a 4-3 put out of Hennings ends the 4th. So Oilers had runners at the corners and 1 out, but do not score. We played 3.5 from Groudon, and it's 3-1 home team. Season opener 2022 here at Ground Memorial Park, Fairbanks, Alaska. Garrow Von Dane with you live. It's so good to have you, and it's just awesome to be back. It's always a long off season waiting to get back here in the press box at Groudon for another season of Goldpanners baseball. This is your first time. Man, it's a fun ride. And it is a summer that these players in uniform will never, ever forget. Panners batting here with a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth inning. Heard from a former Goldpanner head coach yesterday, and Miles Kaiser. Good to hear from Miles, as always. Ball is fouled back. Spoke to another former Goldpanner head coach, Tim Kelly, a few days ago. He's coaching in Sholo, Arizona. Two-two pitch here. Both starting pitchers remain in the game. This one is chopped foul by Harrison, who popped up to second in his first at bat. Connor Kershaw remains on the mound for the Oilers. And it's skied in the infield. Calling for it is the catcher, Schwarek, and it's off the end of the glove. A tough play back towards the net, reached up with the mitt, and it goes off the end of it. And staying alive is Harrison. Goldpanner third baseman from Sacramento State. There's a lot of room in foul territory here at Groudon. A lot more than you see at most parks. I mentioned this park opened in August of 1961. Swing and a miss. And Harrison strikes out for the first out here in the fourth. Brings up Caleb Milliken. The field was then all but destroyed by flooding just a few years later. In 1967, and it was rebuilt. It looks much different now than it did back then, as you might imagine, but this is the spot. This is where it's been since '61. The turf was installed in 1985. It's the same turf. And this press box was built in 1967. This press box that a lot of people look up there and say, is that safe? It is so far. It's been a long time. We'll let you know when it's not, or you'll read about it in the news. It's a lot steadier than it used to be. It used to be, and anytime anybody went up and down the stairs, the whole thing would swing around. 2-2. One out, base is empty. But it's tough to beat this view, as you can tell. The 3-2. Hit into center field, and this will drop for a base hit in front of Burnham. And Caleb Milliken has his first Goldpanner base hit. A one-out single here in the fourth inning brings up Marty Munoz. Munoz grounded out to short in his first at-bat, and now we're going to get a visit to the mound. And we'll see if Kershaw, the sophomore from Loyola Marymount, will continue. And the call has been made. So that's it for Kershaw. Panners lead at 3-1. We'll be back with the pitching change information in just a moment. So scratch that thought. He's going to remain in the game. And the first pitch is lifted high into left field off the bat of Munoz. And Munoz is out number 2. So we thought we saw this signal, and the bullpen pitcher started to come in. And then the conference on the mound, and they waved the arm back into the pen and said, never mind, Kershaw's going to continue. So Kershaw takes care of Munoz, and now he'll try to finish off the Panners here in the 4th as Caden Clark will bat with 1 on and 2 away. And it's in the dirt, and the runner will take off for second and get there without a throw. So Milliken into scoring position on the wild pitch. Curveball in the dirt. And Clark, who was a strikeout victim in the 3rd. A freshman from Dixie State in southern Utah, where former Goldpanner coach Zach Wilkins coaches. Zach Wilkins was the pitching coach under Miles Kaiser. It's doubtful that another coach in Goldpanner history ate as much ice cream as Zach Wilkins. Another wild pitch, and Milliken jogs to third. And it's 3 balls and no strikes on Clark with Dominic Hughes due up. And the fastball lands in for a strike. It's 3-1 on Clark. Goldpanners leading by 2. And hoping to scratch out another one here in the 4th with 2 away. Runner at third. Down and away for ball 4, and another dangerous spot. A couple of wild pitches moved Milliken from first to third. And he almost threw one there to Clark. And now another visit to the mound, and now we're going to get that pitching change after the walk to Clark. So back to ground in a moment. Gold at the corners, 2 away here in the 4th. New pitcher for the Oilers
For your Goldpanners, number 8, Dominic Hughes.
is number 20, Mason Kokodinsky. Another Loyola Marymount product, a junior right-hander, and he will face left-handed hitting Dominic Hughes. Gold at the corners. Panners leading 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth, and there are 2 away. First pitch from Kokodinsky. Misses upstairs, a fastball 1-0 on Hughes. Hughes 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored in the third inning, a 3-run third for Fairbanks. That one's down low. Changeup makes it 2-0. Hughes batted just .244 a year ago. Hoping to bring that number up this summer after getting a full season of collegiate baseball under his belt. And he takes all the way. It's 3-1. After Hughes will be Brock Rudy. And it's popped up into left field and coming in towards the line and making the catch. There's Catafias, and that's it for the Goldpanners here in the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, a couple of left on. We played 4 complete from Groudon, and it's 3-1 Goldpanners.
Let's get the place. Let's get the place.
Don't mind my black.
Now at the bat for the Oilers.
Garo Von Dane here at Groudon. Fairbanks, Alaska, the gold in the heart of Alaska. Goldpanners leading 3-1 here in the season opener against the Peninsula Oilers from Kenai, Alaska. And a swing and a miss. From Willie Schwarnick, catcher for the Oilers. Ian Torpes. 5th inning of work now. 1 run on just 2 base hits. Swing and a miss and a 3-pitch strikeout of Schwarnick. Torpes struck out at least 1 in every inning. And 7 so far in the game. 7 through 4 1/3. And here's Chase Catafias. He was a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. Final numbers on Kershaw. One is chopped towards first, and Torpy quickly over to the bag and makes the tag on the throw from first baseman Alexander. And just like that, 2 away here in the 5th inning.
Now at the bat for the Oilers.
Kershaw went 3 2/3. 3 runs, all earned on 4 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 2. Kershaw threw 60 pitches, or 67 pitches rather. 36 for strikes, 31 for balls. This one is ripped towards first, but a good scoop by Alexander on the one hop, and he'll step on the bag in a quick 1-2-3 inning. For Torpy here in the 5th, we played half a ball game, and it's 3-1 Goldpanners.
Now to that for your Goldpanners, number 29, Brock Rudy.
Brock Rudy will lead off for Fairbanks in the bottom of the 5th inning. Out of the 2 spot, the designated hitter for the Goldpanners here tonight in the season opener. And he pops this one foul out of play. He'll be followed by Rafael Flores and Sean Rimmer. 3-1, Goldpanners in front. The Oilers got a run in the top of the 3rd. Trey Becker tripled, and he came in on a ground out from Cole Jordan. This one's grounded to short. Scoop by Becker, who throws on to first. That will take care of Rudy, who is 0 for 3 so far tonight. And brings up Flores, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI single and a run scored. Good start for Flores, sophomore from Rio Hondo Junior College. A good start for Ian Torpy tonight. 5 innings, 1 run on just 2 base hits and 7 strikeouts. And even though we've seen just 5 innings of baseball this summer, it would not be a surprise to me if Ian Torpy starts the Midnight Sun game on June 21st. Two balls and a strike. Kokodinsky in his 2nd inning of work going against Rafael Flores. The 2-1 pitch to the right-hander hitting Flores is upstairs for ball 3. You mentioned a few former Goldpanner coaches already tonight. Heard from another yesterday, former pitching coach Ken Hokuff, who eventually went on to be the head coach of the Anchorage Bucks in the Alaska Baseball League. He retired a few years ago. This one is ripped down the right field line. This will be a base hit for Flores. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Flores checks with third base coach Mark Lindsay and will hold up at second base. A one-out double for Flores. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. He's 2 for 2 officially. And gold at second base for Sean Rimmer, who homered in the 3rd inning, a 2-run rim shot over the left field fence. And Rimmer, the sophomore from Hawaii out of Mesa, Arizona. And we'll get his 3rd Goldpanner at bat. Way outside, and a runner was leaning and stumbled off of second base, but he's able to get back. After Rimmer is Alexander. Ripped, and Mark Lindsay leaping over that baseball as it was lined through the third base box. And the 1-1 with a runner at second base and 1 away. I mentioned Ken Hokuff a little bit ago, former Goldpanner pitching coach, who then went on to coach with the Anchorage Bucks before retiring. Now, he got a phone call a few weeks ago from Bucks general manager, and he had an emergency phone call, said, "We don't have a coach." Unexpectedly, can you come out of retirement? So Ken Hokuff had to think quickly and decided, all right, I'll do one more. So he's back with the Anchorage Bucks this summer. Three balls and 2 strikes on Rimmer. And here's the 3-2 from Kokodinsky. And he swings and strikes out. Kokodinsky gets Rimmer. Second out of the inning brings up Cole Alexander.
Now the best for your goaltenders, number 35, Cole Alexander.
Cole Alexander's walk-up song. Or did they choose walk-up songs yet?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Pretty good job of making them.
Bringing me back to my college days with that one. Alexander 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Bats here with a runner in scoring position and now 2 away. A 3-1 Goldpanner lead, bottom of the 5th. Swings and misses. Still a stiff breeze straight in from center field. And what you're looking at, it doesn't get a whole lot darker than this. The sun will go down around midnight, but we'll just sort of dip below the horizon and come back up a couple hours later. Check swing, did he go? On the appeal, they say no, so 1-2, Alexander stays alive. And in 2 weeks, on June 21st, the Midnight Sun game will start at 10 p.m. We'll play right through midnight until it ends without the aid of artificial lights. And the most unique events in the world of baseball. Strike 3 called. Alexander Cade back-to-back strikeouts for Kokodinsky to end the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. 5 complete, but it's 3-1 Goldpanners.
You can play catch with a Tana, like on your knees. It's just here. You can go start. And then throw it. And then you start here, rotate. On your knees, bro.
Top of the order for the Oilers here in the top half of inning number 6. And it's Cole Jordan, Shun Sakino, and Graydon West for the Peninsula Oilers. Goldpanners leading 3-1. Season opener here on PannerVision. Every Goldpanners game all season long. Right here on PannerVision and YouTube. And, of course, being on YouTube, all these broadcasts are archived. So you can go back and check them out, or if you really have to go to bed, if you're out east or something, you can always check it out tomorrow. And remember, while you're on the PannerVision YouTube page, hit the subscribe button. Takes just a moment. Do it now. Feels good. 3-1 Panners here, top of the 6th, and a strike called. 3-1. Ian Torpy out for his 6th inning of work here in the season opener at Northern Colorado, and the right-hander. Another strike, 3-2. 7 Ks in the game through the first 5 innings. I don't remember the last time a Goldpanner pitcher in this season opener went 5 innings.
Instagram at Gold Daughters for more information.
The 3-2, and he misses. Almost came back to get him after falling behind 3-0, but Jordan is on base for the first time tonight. A leadoff base on balls.
Now up for the Oilers, number 1, Shun Sakino.
Yeah, now Shun Sakino. We talked about 3 of the Goldpanner returners this year. Dom Hughes, Ian Torpy, and spoke a little bit about Garrett Cooper earlier. Caden Hogan will also be joining the Goldpanner squad. He was starting shortstop a year ago. And much like Garrett Cooper, who was a position player a year ago, Hogan will also pitch this summer. Caden missed most of the season with injury at UC Davis. Throw to first, runner back safely. Well, if you're a first-time Goldpanner viewer, you got to stay right here for the 7th inning stretch. It is a unique experience here in Fairbanks. This one is lit down the left field line, but it slices foul, and it's 2-2. On Sakina with a runner at first base and nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Oilers trying to come back here. Trailing 3-1. Goldpanners picked up all 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Hughes was hit by a pitch, stole second, scored on Flores' single, and then Rimmer with a 2-run home run. Chopper towards 3rd. Throw to second for 1. On to first. Not going to get the runner there. But the 5-4 put out of Jordan is the first out of the 6th inning. Sakino reaches on the fielder's choice and brings up Graydon West. West 0 for 1 with a walk so far, and here comes the pitching coach, head coach rather, Mark Lindsay, and we'll have a pitching change here at Ground. 3-1 Fairbanks, top of the 6th.
Alaska Goldpanner fans, we have a Paco Willow pitching change. Ladies and gentlemen, give a good round of applause for number 7, Ian Torpy. Pitching for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 4, Matthew Kenai. For that, for the Oilers, number 27, Braden West.
New pitcher into the game for the Goldpanners is number 4, Matthew Pennall, the freshman from Long Beach College out of Southgate, California. Making his first appearance as a Goldpanner. And he deals a strike to West for the Oilers. Graydon West, 0 for 1 with a walk so far in the game. That's all for Ian Torpy. Pitches a very good 5 1/3. Runner dives back safely at first. That is Sakino. He reached on a fielder's choice after the walk to Jordan. 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 3-1 Goldpanner lead. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Matthew Pennall, 6'2" right-hander. Listed with a very precise weight of 208. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout of West. Well, that's how Pennall starts his Goldpanner career.
Now for the Oilers, number 23, Jake Brown.
Just the 1 run given up by Ian Torpy. On 2 base hits, Ian struck out 7. Walked 4. Lifted high into right field. And there to make the catch is Rimmer for out number 3. 5.5 in the books from Groudon, and it's still 3-1 Goldpanners. Garrow Von Dane back here at Groudon, and a 3-1 Goldpanner lead here in the season opener in Fairbanks. Panners come to bat here in the bottom half of the 6th, leading by 2. And starting off with Griffin Harrison, Caleb Milliken, and then Marty Munoz. 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Panner batting order. On a windy, warm night here in Fairbanks. And 2-0 is how Kokodinsky starts. That's Mason Kokodinsky, the junior from Loyola Marymount. Smoked into left field, but right at the left fielder, Catafias. A well-hit ball from Harrison is out number 1. Speaking of Loyola Marymount, Goldpanners had a pretty darn good, tall, right-handed pitcher from Loyola Marymount back in 2014 by the name of Tyler McGill, who was this year's opening day starter for the New York Mets. (3-1) Goldpanner lead against Mason Kokodinsky. The 3 runs were all charged to starting pitcher Connor Kershaw, who went 3 2/3, 3 runs on 4 hits. Strike called, it's 1-1 on Caleb Milliken, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Tomorrow night, another 6:30 p.m. start. Same goes for Thursday. Panners are off Friday. And Men's League All-Stars, 7 p.m. start on Saturday. And Sunday will be a 5 p.m. start. As we start a long series with the Ventura County Pirates. 3-1 here, Kokodinsky against Milliken. Base hit to left. Milliken has his second hit of the game. Two for 3 night for Caleb so far, and here's Marty Munoz. 0 for 2 so far is Munoz. Cal Baptist.
Now for that for your Goldpanners, number 2, Marty Munoz.
Cal Baptist always producing good baseball players. Couldn't hold his swing on a high fastball, 0-1. Gold at first base with 1 out. And Caden Clark due up. Goldpanners last year finished 32-15, 0-2 on Munoz. Ended the season with a loss to the Yuba Sutter Gold Sox at the West Coast World Series outside of Sacramento. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout of Munoz. Boy, I remember that game so well. Panners just could not buy a big base hit. He got runners on in every inning. Gave up 5 in the first inning and battled back. Lost that game 5-3. Ian Torpy keeping the Goldpanners in the game. But just could not do anything to get that big base hit, despite having runners every inning. And that's where the season would end. Oh, 1 pitch to Clark. Pop back into the stands. Only 0-2.
That foul ball brought to you by the Bulldoggers. Open daily 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Located just north of the Skeets Highway.
Good to see everybody back here in Fairbanks. Our great staff here with the Goldpanners. Mentioned Chris Carlson on PannerVision controls. To my left, it's Henry Cole in the box to my left. He's taking care of your stats. And he'll keep things up to date on point streak. And his wife Shauna running the scoreboard. Two balls and two strikes with a runner at first base here in the bottom of the sixth. Clark trying to find a way on. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Incidentally, new pitcher into the game for the Oilers. Failed to mention that earlier. As Jerry Nix is behind the dish now. And you put him in the 7th spot in the Oilers batting order in place of Willie Schwarnick. Runner takes off, pitches high, throw to second base, ball is there, tag is down, and out is Milliken, caught stealing. Will end the 6th inning. Good throw from Jerry Nix. No runs, a hit, and none left on. But the Goldpanners lead it by 3 as we head to the final third of the ball game. Casey Burnham will lead off for the Oilers as we go to the top of the 7th inning here. Goldpanners enjoying a 3-1 lead on a beautiful, sunny, yet windy night here in Fairbanks. It has been sunny and warm all week long since we arrived. Not a speck of rain so far. Goldpanners with 3 runs on 6 hits and an error. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Oilers. Casey Burnham in the 5 spot, followed by Noah Hennings, and then Jerry Nix. Two Oiler hits tonight, an infield single for Hennings and a triple from Trey Becker. Becker was the only one to score. Swing and a miss. And Burnham strikes out. Well, good start to this game for Matt Pinhall. In relief of Ian Torpy, he has faced 3 batters, has struck out 2 of them and got the other to pop up to right. Swing and a miss from Hennings. Pitchers of record, Ian Torpy for the Goldpanners. Who went 5 1/3. And Connor Kershaw for the Oilers. who lasted 3 2/3. Yeah, this wind is howling through here. And remember, you got to keep your eyes on the PannerVision screen for the 7th inning stretch. It's different here than it is anywhere else. This one is hit the other way through the hole for a base hit. Noah Hennings has his 2nd hit of the game. He has 2 of the Oilers' 3 hits. The designated hitter from CSU Pueblo in southern Colorado. CSU Pueblo, way back when it was USC, University of Southern Colorado. Before that, Pueblo Junior College. CSU Pueblo winning a football national championship a few years ago. Jerry Nix, his first plate appearance of the night, relieving catcher Willie Schwarnick last inning. Bats here in the top of the 7th. A runner at first base, 1 out, and a 1-2 count against Matthew Pinal out of Long Beach Community College. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, ball dropped at home plate, so no throw. And the strikeout, though, of Hennings is now 2 away. Or rather, the strikeout of Nix. Hennings takes second base. And now Chase Catafias, who's 0 for 2 so far in the game. Well, now we're going to have a pinch hitter here. It's James Shimashita. So James Shimashita bats now. In place of Catafias, left-handed hitter from San Jose State University. And the 1-0 to him, fouled out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
Here's the 1-1. And he takes a ball. It's 2-1. Oilers have a runner in scoring position after the stolen base from Noah Hennings. And this one's going to be dropped into shallow left center field for a base hit. This will score an Oiler run. It's a 3-2 game. And an RBI single for Shimashita has brought the Oilers to within 1. So they pick one up off of Matthew Pinal. A 2-out RBI single from Shimashita. And now Trey Becker in the 9th spot. He tripled back in the 3rd inning and scored the first Oilers run. He swings and misses for strike 1 here. Top of the 7th inning stretch coming up after the next out. Popped out of play again.
That foul ball brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
As always, just a ton of kids here tonight at the ballpark. Some of which pay attention to the game. Others have their own games going on where you can't see them on camera here. Line shot to first base and stabbed for out number 3. Cole Alexander made it look easy over there at first. Oilers pick up a run. It's a 3-2 game. It's 7th inning stretch. Tune in right here, right now. Don't turn away.
Let's sing Happy Boy.
I was walking down the street on a sunny day. I feel it in my bones till I have my way. Oh, happy boy. Oh, happy boy. Oh, will it get when things are going your way? I don't know if I got hit by a car. But his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Oh, happy boy.
Happy boy.
Happy boy. Oh, will it get when things are going your way?
Kazoos!
I forgot all about it for a month and a half. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Good job, baseball fans.
There you have it. The first time we get the appearance from Happy Boy here in 2022. And the Happy Boy song, been a tradition here for many decades. Here at Groudon every 7th inning stretch. Happy Boy from the Beet Farmers. Ball hits the batter on the back. And the leadoff man aboard for the Goldpanners is Caden Clark.
Hit by baseballs to broken car windshields.
The Oilers pick up a run in the top of the 7th to cut it to a 3-2 lead. And now the Goldpanners would like to get that run back and maybe more. Leadoff man aboard brings up Dominic Hughes.
To the top of the lineup for your Goldpanners, number 8, Dominic Hughes.
Hughes working against the right-hander, Mason Kokodinsky. Outside for a ball. Runner at first and nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Throw to first, runner dives back safely.
One eternity later.
Popped up, should be playable. And it runs out of room. Jordan, well, I think the wind took that one into the Goldpanner dugout. The wind is just ripping in from center field.
On the old space across from Alaska Pipeline Viewpoint.
Goldpanners over the years have been excellent here at home. Don't lose much here at Groudon. And trying to start off 1-0 here tonight. Runner takes off. Here comes the throw from Nix. Throw to second base, and wow, on the money. Nix had to be on the money too on the good jump from Clark, but he is caught stealing. There's a second Goldpanner caught stealing tonight. And both by Nix. Well, that wipes out the base runner. They're now one away. Hughes with a 2-1 count. Up and away. Brock Rudy on deck for Fairbanks. And a tight ball game here in Alaska. And he walks him, so Goldpanners lose the base runner in Clark, who was caught stealing, but now they get the speedy Hughes with one away.
Now at the bat for your Goldpanners, number 29, Brock Rudy.
Rudy's 0 for 3 tonight out of the 2 spot. Sophomore from Utah. Got to meet Brock and some of the other Goldpanners. A few days ago. It was an all-day concert festival here at the ballpark. Stage was set up in center field. Kind of the summer kickoff here in Fairbanks. Thrown in the dirt, but a good stop by Nix. Jerry Nix, the catcher from Merced College. Looked pretty good so far. Yeah, now a visit to the mound, and we'll see if we get a pitching change here or not. There is a left-hander getting loose in the bullpen. This might just be a conversation with Mason Kokodinsky in the infield for the Oilers. It's 2-0 on Brock Rudy. Didn't bring enough paperweights today. Didn't expect these gale force winds here in the opener. Conversation on the mound over, and Kokodinsky will continue to work. To Brock Rudy. The Utes were having a pretty decent season, but really faltered down the stretch in the Pac-12. Had a tough end of the season. New coaching staff there in Salt Lake City. Big swing and a miss. Dom Hughes dancing around at first base. Hasn't taken off yet. 2-1, 1 out. A 1-run Goldpanner lead. Throwing over there a lot.
No.
Here's Kokodinsky. As the left-hander continues to throw in the pen, looks to be Will O'Neill, the freshman from Southern Cal. And they throw again to first base.
No.
Breaking ball fouled back.
Foul ball brought to you by the Goldpanners.
And a reminder, too, to go to the Goldpanner website and go to the store, because there are are so many great options to order. And Goldpanner team president Abe Siddall is in charge of the merch. And there are all different styles of t-shirts, different colors, designs, logos. You can get the hat the Goldpanners wear, the same one they wear on the field, and then lots of different styles too, the snapbacks and fitted and everything else. There was a long line outside the merch booth before this game started, and it's ball 4. So Rudy is on base for the first time tonight, and back-to-back walks. Have runners at first and second now with one out. There was also a hit batsman to start this inning, but that runner was erased trying to take second.
Now to bat for your Goldpanners, number 21, Rafael Flores.
Now catcher Rafael Flores. So Panners lead by 1, and now 2 on with 1 out. The chance to open up that lead once again. The biggest lead of the day was the 3-1 lead the Goldpanners had from the 3rd to the 7th. And now both runners take off, and Hughes is going to be caught up between 2nd and 3rd. He's in the pickle here. But this gets interesting now. Hughes is tagged out, so the runner behind will move to second base. So the double steal, and Hughes got hung up, and he is tagged out for the second out of the inning. Rudy will go to second base behind him. And now Flores still with a chance to bring a run in. Well outside, 1-0. One ball pitch is upstairs, 2-0. So really Goldpanners doing the Oilers some favors on the base paths in this inning. There have been 3 free passes in the inning. And the Goldpanners have run into 2 outs. Fouled off the catcher's mask. And it's 2-1. Flores the batter with Rimmer on deck. That would way inside almost hit him if he didn't do a little jig to get out of the way. Rafael Flores wearing Roberto Clemente's number 21. Flores 2 for 2 with a double, an RBI single, a run scored, and a walk. Hits this one high down the right field line. Long run for Brown into foul territory, and then it blows over the fence.
Brought to you by the Gold Daughters. Support your local gold diggers.
3-2.
Gold digging experience necessary. Open daily, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
On Flores. With the pink bat. Popped up right field side, again foul territory in this one too. We'll sail just over the fence and out of the reach of the right fielder Brown.
Hometown physical therapy.
Rimmer on deck. I mentioned that he was at Hawaii. He will be at Hawaii this coming season. Miles Kaiser reminding me he was at Yavapai this year. Miles would know because that's where he coaches. And it's ball 4 to Flores, which brings up Rimmer. So 4 free passes in the inning. Panners still not with a run to show for it, but Rimmer will try to change that whenever he gets a chance because now the signal's been made to the pen. So pitching change coming up here. Gold at first and second, 2 away, bottom of the 7th. Panners lead by 1. Will O'Neill is the new pitcher for the Oilers. Number 2, Will O'Neill, the left-hander from USC, Southern Cal, and facing Rimmer with 2 on and 2 outs. Sean Rimmer, the big shot, the 2-run line drive home run over the left field fence in the 3rd inning. Got a couple of strikeouts, too. And now facing the new left-hander, Will O'Neill, with 2 aboard. 4 free passes in the inning, but 2 outs. No batters have been retired. A couple erased on the base paths. Just in front of us here in the press box. Just a little bit, yeah, a little dip net would have done the job. Should get one of those up here. But where do we put it when we're not using it?
Right.
There's no room. Swing and a miss, and Rimmer strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. That's the final out of the 7th. No runs, no hits, couple left on. And it's 3-2 Goldpanners after 7. No. Let's stick with Dio. Putting in our 2 cents here for the music selections. Nothing wrong with Ronnie James Dio as we go to the 8th inning. 3-2 Goldpanner lead here in Fairbanks. Great to have you with us in the season opener, the 2022 season. Yeah, Iron Maiden works too, yeah. A 2-strike pitch, swing and a foul tip. And it's strike 3 and a quick strikeout for Matt Pinal. Take care of the top of the order spot. Cole Jordan one away here in the 8th inning. And the Oilers starting to run out of outs. They're within 1. But starting to run out of time here with 1 out in the 8th inning. But this one is roped down the left field line for a base hit going the other way is Sakino. And he will be on with a stand-up 1-out double. First hit of the game for Sakino. Out of Cal State Northridge.
Out the bat for the Oilers is number 27, Graydon West.
So the Oilers have the tying run in scoring position now in the 8th inning. Panners really squandered an opportunity in the bottom of the 7th. The hit batsman 3 walks, did not score a run. Caught stealing twice, and a strikeout ended the inning with 2 aboard. And the first pitch hits West, so the go-ahead run is now at first base, a breaking ball. Got him on the shoulder. So West hit by the pitch, brings up the cleanup spot, Jake Brown. Brown is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. His one previous at bat against Pinal popped up to right. Fastball in for a strike. Well, a good start to this 2022 season. Good ball game. Close one here in Fairbanks. And it's down low for a ball. 1-1. Pinal working to Brown. Cal Baptist product. Down and away, 2-1. Base hit here, and things get really interesting. After Brown is Burnham. And it's down low, 3-1. A big pitch coming up here from Pinal. The 6'2" right-hander from Southgate, California. And it's blooped into foul territory, right field side. Cal will go to 3-2. Three-two pitch. Called strike 3. Takes care of Brown. Second strikeout of the inning. for Pinal, and 2 away now. And it keeps the runners at first and second. So now it's up to Casey Burnham. The left-handed hitter against the righty Pinal, and he takes down and in for ball 1. The redshirt junior from Kansas. Panners had a couple of Jayhawks last season. Down and in. Or was that 2 years ago? Gets harder to keep track, doesn't it? Yeah, that was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, if I don't remember it, it's 2 seasons ago.
Two balls and no strikes. Almost hit him. It's 3-0. Catcher Flores goes out to talk to him a little bit. The right-hander getting loose in the Goldpanner bullpen. The 3-0. Called a strike, it's 3-1. Taking all the way was Burnham. And here's a high chopper. Pinal will take it. Flip to the bag. They record the final out of the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, a couple left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Goldpanners leading 3-2. Goldpanners hosting the Everett Merchants here tonight. First pitch slated for 10 p.m. sharp, and we will play right through the hour of midnight. Under the natural glow of the midnight sun. And everything we were able to do in those summers. As this one is popped, and a diving catch and right by Glasgow.
And, and I think just Alaska in general, you can't fake it up here. I mean, it's really not for the faint of heart.
Did a somersault. And win or lose, everybody just brings a great memory away from the Midnight Sun game. That 83. Goldpanners come to bat here in the bottom half of the 8th. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 spots due up. Cole Alexander, Griffin Harrison, and Caleb Milliken. Season opener for both clubs. Some traditional ABL teams meeting up here. Hot shot right back to the mound off the glove of the pitcher O'Neill, and it bounces away from him. And safe at first base on the infield hit is Cole Alexander, leadoff man aboard for the Goldpanners. Second infield hit for Alexander tonight. Goldpanners would love some insurance here in the 8th inning.
Now for that for your Goldpanners, number 12, Griffin Harrison.
O'Neill.
Working on the weekend like usual.
That would have been a sensational play if he was able to glove it. One came back real fast. And now Harrison, who's 0 for 3 tonight, looks for his first Panner base hit. Two balls and no strikes on Harrison. The runner at first base and the Panners leading by 1. A windy, sunny evening here in Fairbanks on June 7th. Strike called, it's 3-1. After Harrison is Milliken. Milliken's got 2 hits tonight. It's 3-2. Ball 4. 2 aboard. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's nobody throwing in the Oilers bullpen. It's up to O'Neill to get out of this one. O'Neill issued 4 free passes in the 7th inning. Hit batsman 3 walks. Did not give up a run. And now an infield hit and a walk in the 8th inning. And Caleb Milliken, who's 2 for 3, in a lefty-lefty matchup, has a chance to give the Goldpanners some insurance in their first run since the 3rd inning. All 3 Panner runs came in the 3rd. Oilers took a 1-zip lead top of the 3rd. Panners answered back with 3. Oilers got a run in the 7th inning. The off-speed pitch, a slow roller, first base side, and hustling in safely. And now the runner's going to be waved around 3rd, but throw comes home. And now the runner goes from 3rd to 2nd. He will be tagged out there. So that's the first out, and the Panners, oh boy, discombobulated on the base paths. So they do give up an out on the play, but now Gold at 1st and 3rd. So the base hit, but Harrison is tagged out on the base paths. Rodney makes a visit to the press box. Thank you, sir. Our good friend Rodney Evans. And now O'Neill will work to Marty Munoz. Munoz 0 for 3 in the 8 spot tonight, but has a chance to drive in a Goldpanner run, maybe 2. Takes upstairs, it's 2-0 against O'Neill. Of the last 8 batters O'Neill has faced, only 1 has been retired, but still has not given up a run. But he's in danger here. 2 balls and a strike on the Goldpanner shortstop Munoz. Takes a ball. 3-1 now with Clark on deck. Big swing and a miss, and it'll go to 3-2. Little chopper in front of the mound. O'Neill with a good barehanded flip to home as they tag out Alexander trying to score. Good play by the Oilers pitcher O'Neill. Munoz on the fielder's choice, but that's the second out of the inning. Boy, this would be huge if the Oilers get out of this inning without any damage. Caden Clark has struck out tonight, walked, and also was hit by a pitch. How he bats here with the runners at first and second and 2 away. 8 Goldpanner hits tonight, 5 for the Oilers. And it's ball 1 to Clark. Goldpanners are just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. 3/4 swing for a miss. And it's 1-1. Upstairs for a ball, it's 2-1. O'Neill has struggled with his control in this appearance. He falls behind here, 3 balls and 1 strike. The off-speed pitch gets a swing and a miss. And it's 3-2. So a full count to Caden Clark. Dominic Hughes is on deck. And the payoff pitch misses inside for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, and now the bases are loaded with gold. Milliken to third, Munoz to second, and Clark to first. And now a visit to the mound. There's nobody throwing in the bullpen for the Oilers. And so a conference at the mound with the bases full. Dominic Hughes will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and was hit by a pitch. And they're going to talk things over here. And O'Neill's going to try and get out of this situation here with 2 away. He's just got to take care of Hughes. But Dom with an opportunity here to give the Goldpanners a huge insurance run or more. Probably more if he gets a base hit here. Could score 2, maybe more. And Dominic Hughes, the second-year Goldpanner, at the top of the order, center fielder. There's a chance for a big base hit here in the season opener. He awaits the first pitch from O'Neill. It's on the way. He takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Hughes. Everybody running on contact with 2 away. Takes outside, 1-1. Hughes is patient at the plate too, so O'Neill's going to have to throw strikes. Lines this one, but a stab at third base by Jordan, robbing Hughes of extra bases and stealing some Goldpanner runs. Well hit ball by Hughes, but a great job at third by Jordan. We'll go to the 9th. Last chance for the Oilers when we come back. It's 3-2 Goldpanners. That I mentioned that had 14 major leaguers. Some of those names: Barry Bonds, Dennis Cook, longtime big league pitcher, Joe McGrain. The outfield, all major leaguers: Shane Mack, Oda B. McDowell, Mark Davis. Barry Bonds played first base. This one's fouled back just beneath us.
The WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game has taken on a significance greater than that of any other team tradition in sports. There is certainly no other team in baseball that hosts a tradition as old. The famed World Series itself is but 3 years older than the annual Solstice Classic in Fairbanks. For Fairbanksans, the game is a way to reflect on the passing of another year and the survival of another exciting and extreme winter.
And that's how we do it in Fairbanks.
We head to the 9th inning. Last chance for the Oilers. It's the Goldpanners 3, the Peninsula Oilers 2. And the first pitch from the new right-hander, Andrew Tropman. And this is for ball 1. Andrew Tropman in to try and finish this one off and earn the save for the Goldpanners. Misses upstairs. It's 2-0 as he works to the leadoff spot. Noah Hennings, the designated hitter. Hennings 2 for 3 tonight. He'll be followed by Nix. And then Shanashita. That's in for a strike, 2-1. Shimashita, rather. Andrew Tropman, wearing number 44, a sophomore from Clark College in Ottawa. The right-hander, Fairbanks native. And he slides that one back across for strike 2. 2-2 now on Hennings. Grounder to short. Munoz. And safe is the call at first base. Well, safe is the call at first base. And the leadoff runner aboard for the Oilers.
Jerry Nix.
Here in the top of the ninth inning. And now Jerry Nix. The Oilers have the tying run aboard with nobody out in the top of the ninth inning. And it's up and away. 2-0. Showing bunt was Nix on both of the first two pitches, but he pulled back on pitches out of the zone. Trotman. Working to catcher Jerry Nix. And his bunt attempt is popped up and a great sliding catch by Flores, the Goldpanner catcher. Oh, Nix ahead in the count, 2-0, tried to get the sac bunt down, pops it up, and a great play by the catcher Rafael Flores. And head coach Mark Lindsay is going to come out and gather his infield in to discuss the plans moving forward here. That's the first out in the top of the ninth inning as Nix pops up to the catcher on the sac bunt attempt. One away. And that'll bring up James Shimashita. He was listed as a pitcher on the Oilers roster, but he was in the outfield for the Oilers. Came in for Chase Catafias. He deals a strike. Andrew Trotman, the 6'3", 210-pound sophomore from Clark College in Ottawa. Runner takes off for second. Here's the throw. It's high. The tag down, but not in time. Stolen base for Hennings. And he gets into scoring position with one out here in the top of the ninth in a one-run game. The count is 0-2 on Shimashita. The San Jose State junior has a chance to tie the game here in the ninth inning. And the 0-2 pitch is popped up left side, could be trouble, and a basket attempt in foul territory is off the glove of Goldpanner third baseman Harris. Really tough play, as that ball had some crazy English on it, and into foul territory. Harrison tried to make the catch, but it's off the glove, and it remains 0-2 on Shimashita. The 0-2 misses outside for a ball. Good ball game here in the season opener. Great to have you with us on PannerVision. What a way to start a new season. Panners hoping to nail down a victory here in the top of the ninth. But the Oilers have the tying run at second base with one out, and it's now 2-2 on Shimashita. Trey Becker's on deck. Becker's 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. Popped out of play, stays 2-2. A sunny, windy night here in Fairbanks.
By the Gold Daughters. Come for the gold, stay for the fun. With the Gold Daughters. Visit golddaughters.com for more information.
This game approaching the 3-hour mark. Looks the runner back to second base. And Trotman will reset. And he delivers outside for ball 3. Well, he delivered that one quickly. Looked at the runner. And came home quickly. Trying to give the victory to starting pitcher Ian Torpy, who was great tonight. 5 1/3, 1 run on 2 hits, 7 Ks. And the 3-2 pitch. The foul back to the press box, just 2 hours left. Shimashita staying alive.
Treating every injury from a broken arm to a bat to a baseball to the eye.
Good times. Nothing says good times like a baseball to the eye. Another 3-2, and this one is hit high and deep to right field. Back goes Rimmer. He's underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. Runner will tag and head for third and get there. But there are 2 outs in the inning. Shimashita finally retired by Trotman. Long at bat for Shimashita. And the Oilers are down to their final out here in the 9th inning.
Oilers, number 10, Trey Becker.
And it's all up to Trey Becker out of the 9 spot. 1 for 3. He got the scoring started for the Oilers with a 1-out triple in the 3rd. Came in to score. Jordan's ground out. It's 3-2 Goldpanners with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Runner at third base. And the first pitch to Becker. It's called high for ball 1. The Fairbanks native Andrew Trotman trying to earn his first Goldpanner save. Chopper, third base side. It's a fair ball. It's called, and the runner scores. That ball was fielded way in foul territory. I mean, I know the wind is strong tonight. Is it that strong? The game is tied. An infield hit for Trey Becker has tied the game at 3. As Hennings comes in to score. And this one's not over yet. A 2-out single in the top of the 9th inning for Becker. And brings up Cole Jordan. We got a 3-3 game. Chop towards third. Harrison across the diamond for the final out, but the Oilers have tied the game here in the 9th inning, and the Panners will try to win it when we come back in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Rudy, Flores, and Rimmer when we return. 3-3 headed to the bottom 9. Bottom of the 9th inning here at Groudon, and we got a 3-3 ball game. Panners will try to win it here, and they'll have to do so against the new pitcher, number 5, Mose Hayes. Mose Hayes, the right-hander from Yuba College, a sophomore, and he will face Brock Rudy, Rafael Flores, and Sean Rimmer, 2, 3, and 4 spots in the Goldpanner batting order. The Oilers tie it up in the top of the 9th on an infield hit from Trey Becker, scoring Noah Hennings from third base with 2 outs. And Mose Hayes, I wondered this aloud last year in Kenai. We played the Oilers, but I did not get an answer. Is Mose Hayes named after Mose Allison? You have to be at least my age to know who I'm talking about. Ball and a strike here. Panners are going to try and walk this one off here in the 9th. Brock Rudy is 0 for 3 with a walk so far tonight. Two and 1. The 4th pitcher into the game after Kershaw, Kokodinsky, and O'Neill, Mose Hayes. Panners have had lots of chances in the last few innings. Swing and a miss, it's 2 and 2. 9 different base runners in 2 innings for the Goldpanners and did not score. And it's 3 and 2. Catcher Nix thought it was strike 3 and was ready to go around the horn. But it's called ball 3. Looked low from up here. And now a payoff pitch to Rudy. And it's hit to right. This one's carrying back, but getting there to make the catch is Jake Brown. And Rudy is out number 1. Rafael Flores has been on base every time tonight. A double, an RBI single, and a couple of walks. He's also scored a run. Good debut for Flores, Goldpanner catcher. And after Flores, it's Rimmer. Hit towards third, and it's off the glove of the third baseman, Jordan. And safe at first base is Flores. The Goldpanners get the potential winning run on at first base. And right before that pitch, the Oilers bullpen vacated. Well, the players in the bullpen vacated the pen. So it's up to Mose Hayes to finish this one.
From North Pole, Alaska.
A pinch runner at first base. It's Alex Garcia from North Pole, Alaska, down the road here from Fairbanks. He gets a hand from the local faithful here. Alex Garcia plays at Butte College. He's recruited there by Anthony Farrow, Goldpanner head coach a year ago, who was the head man at Butte College. Flores reaches on the air, and Rimmer, who hit a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, has a chance to win it here if he can find a way to get the runner in. Close play at first on the throw there, but diving back safely is Alex Garcia. And the one-strike pitch. Now they're going to throw to first base again.
One eternity later.
Mose Hayes trying to send this game extra. After the Oilers tied in the top of the ninth. Inside for a ball, it's 1-1. Rimmer hit that home run in the third. He was also struck out 3 times. Foul tip 1-2. This game has now reached the 3-hour mark. Which is crazy. 6 runs total in the game, and it's a 3-hour game. And it's popped up. Shallow left field. And the shortstop Becker makes the catch for out number 2. And now it's up to Cole Alexander. He's 2 for 4 tonight.
Goldpanners, number 35, Cole Alexander.
Sophomore from Hawaii out of Georgetown, Texas. Takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. Runner at first base and 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning of a 3-3 game. Line foul.
That foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor, where they can repair your windshield, your back window, or any windows on your vehicle. No vehicles were harmed in that foul ball.
And the 1-1 from Hayes to Alexander. This is outside, 2-1. After Alexander would be Griffin Harrison. Flores reached on an error. Garcia's the pinch runner at first. Well outside, 3-1. Well, if he loses Alexander, then you move the winning run into scoring position. And he'll deal a 3-1 coming up here to Cole Alexander. Big swing and a foul into the parking lot.
That foul ball brought to you by Foundation Health Partners.
Three runs on 8 hits and an error for the Goldpanner. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Oilers. And the 3-2 and a late swing to foul it back and stay alive. The runner was on the move on the payoff pitch. Mose Hayes will deal another payoff pitch to the Goldpanner first baseman Cole Alexander. Harrison on deck. Here's the 3-2. Another breaking ball, and he lands it in for strike three. We're going extra here in Fairbanks at the season opener. It's a 3-3 game after 9. And wait a second. Is that it? That's game. They are going to call it a tie. They're not going to go any extra because of, I'm guessing, the limited roster numbers right now. So the teams must have agreed that it would be, that there would be no extra innings. And so they're going to shake hands. The coaches will. And we're going to have a really bizarre tie in the season opener. And the crowd not thrilled about it. And that's the first we heard of it. And now the Goldpanner coaches talking to their dugout. And there we have it. It looked like the Oilers knew and the Goldpanners didn't, but who knows? So the season opener of 2022 ends in a weird way. A tie. 3-3 your final score here on opening day. Well, the Goldpanners had a 3-1 lead for much of this game, but the Oilers chipped away, got one in the 7th, and they tied in the 9th inning. And I guess that's why we saw the Oilers bullpen all come to the dugout in the 9th inning. They said, this is it. One inning and we're out of here. The Panners squander opportunities in the ball game. They go 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. And in the last 3 innings, had 10 base runners and none of them scored. And so it ends in a 3-3 tie. And we will see it tomorrow night for Game 2 of this 3-game set with the Peninsula Oilers. I don't know what to say. It's a 3-3 tie. Not expecting that tonight. You never know what to expect going into a baseball game, but didn't consider that as one of the possibilities. But that's the way it ends, in a 3-3 tie here in the season opener. And we'll try again tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. first pitch. Thank you so much for joining us here on PannerVision, Goldpanners Baseball on the web. The 2022 season is underway, but nothing's been decided just yet. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night. And remember to subscribe to Goldpanners Baseball on the PannerVision YouTube page. Garrett Von Dane saying good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.